Morning, everyone. I just wanted to send you a quick note on a few key important things for you to be thinking about. Number one is quoting. We're in a hot market. I don't have to tell anybody that. This is when it becomes most concerning that you stay on top of your quotes. That throughout the campaigns, if you need to be lifting your quotes or adjusting them downwards, you're doing that. If you're finding that your property is getting really hot and it might sell well above the quote, you need to be adjusting your quote. If your property has any form of a runaway price that's way above reserve. Hopefully, it's gone on the market at reserve or near it, but you need to be documenting what all transpired. So there's good file notes about all that. But you need to stay on it. The media is picking up on these properties that are selling well above, and there's obviously great reason for it. Market's hot. There's buyers competing with each other, but these are the times we have to be most careful with our quoting. Number two, we introduced Places magazines to trial this having a print product in the market where very few people, if any, have that. It's also in, at the moment, 75 cafes, which is giving us great exposure. And many of you are not using these and taking them out to your opens. That is not acceptable. Our clients are paying for them. If we find that you're not taking them out to opens, and I'm telling you, there are silent shoppers going to your opens right now. And if we find that you're not having them there and handing them out, ideally with the brochure in them, have them in your hand and hand them out, then you'll be answering to me about that. So I expect you to be taking out your Places magazines to your opens and having them at every open that you run, and particularly handing them out, we find more effective than just leaving them on the table. So use them with your brochures if necessary. It's an advantage for us to have these, and our clients are paying for them. I want to remind you of a few quick things. Stage ones, most of us got used to doing digital stage ones during COVID for good reason, but now we need to get back to using our paper ones because they're very impactful. Even if we prefer, obviously, if they're sent out, delivered an hour after the conversation for an A or B, but even if you're super busy, at least take a hard copy with you when you go out to the appraisal itself, if not sending it out ahead of time. They're very impactful and you should be doing that. Also want to remind you, I appreciate some of you are so busy trying to stay on top of your properties and your buyer activity. That's fine. Not all of you have too many listings to manage. Some of you do, many of you don't. Price drive letters are important, particularly in this sort of market where so many people are going on the market. You need to be keeping our name out there. We expect you to do your price drive letters every month, as we tell you. You should be getting 200 or 300 price drives out every month. And please ensure that you're doing that. We're starting to monitor that again now from April to make sure that that's being done. You will be reminded by me if you're not, but we really encourage you to do it because for those of you particularly who don't have enough listings, it's a great way to pick up some listings here and there. Remember, if you get time, 10, 10, 20s are very, very powerful, particularly in this time. All of us are seeing multiple boards on streets, so don't forget that. Last point to remember is we shine on auctions and open days. Make sure you're running good opens, good auctions, that you've got all the Fletcher's paraphernalia out, you've got your Places magazines in your hand, and that you're making an effort to run a very good open and auction in line with Fletcher's Way, and that you're following up the buyers. I don't care how many buyers are out there. If you're not following up, you're letting your clients down and you're letting us down. So please be sure to be on top of that. Appreciate all that you're doing and how hard many of you are working. The results are showing. Make hay while the sun shines. It's a great market. We need to be out there right now doing what we're doing. So well done to everybody. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And I hope you have continued success. Bye-bye now.